Well, you see, I mean, either resignation or then he is, allowed to
Nothing will happen.
Take leave of office, because
nothing will happen.
Honestly, at this point, I keep saying that this issue is indefensible.
Nothing
and I
will
find
happen.
it surprising
Nothing
that
will happen.
communicators on the MPP side are trying so hard to,
Please.
Find a way to explain what's happening.
Best friends don't ditch each other.
No, but I'm sorry, but at this point, I don't think the president came into power because of his best friend. He came into power because of Ghanaians who voted him there. And so if Ghanaians are saying that we're not happy with how process A and B went down, and we want the person who was in charge of that process to step down, I think the president ought to listen. They say the voice of the people is the voice of God.
Vox Populi, Vox Dei, yes, but will this be the first?
It won't be, but especially at this point where, a number of Ghanaians are complaining that every time there's supposed to be an action taken by the president with regards to people close to him, you don't necessarily see him act upon it.
He doesn't do anything.
We hope that this time around he will do something.
So you see, the reason I don't want to, and I'll say for the umpteenth time, we have nothing personal against the health minister.
At all.
But the reason I am not investing my hope in the president's decision is the fact that we have seen other examples and nothing happened. So I would not belabor the point and talk about it and expect that anything will happen. The president has spoken to the nation since this matter broke at least twice. Even so, on the Founders' Day, nothing has happened. So I don't believe anything will happen. I want to focus on how we can get the public good for the people of Ghana, because nothing will happen. And those people who do some of these things know that because nothing will happen, they will continue to do it. I mean, we have been in this country where people have been fired from office for breaching procurement processes. Have been fired. People are in jail for breaching procurement processes. Nobody's asking for that. But again, it comes back to the same issue I was talking about. That if you are looking for, you are too hopeful, forget about it.
No, but you have to be. You see, especially because the person in question was at one point the vice chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, and eventually became the chairman. And when he was the chairman, there were individuals and institutions that were surcharged for sidestepping procurement processes. And so he understands it too well to give us an excuse that at that point he was not thinking right, especially now that we're seeing a letter come out from his ministry, signed by him, and it's asking for a refund of the monies that were paid as far back as the 13th of April. In fact, there is also a confirmation letter from Al Maktoum's company indicating that on the 25th of July they were confirming that they had received the money. And the minister made an appearance in front of the committee on the 23rd of July. Under oath, and said he was not aware of any payments that had been made. He says
to the best of his knowledge, he is not sure if any payment had been made. How that happens,
I don't understand.
At the ministry that you superintend is not. Mind you, the contract was actually signed sometime in March. The Attorney General gave legal opinion sometime in April. So I'm supposed to consult Bella to give me legal opinion on something that I'm going to use state resources. I go and sign the deal.
I already signed it before getting his
Now, I'm saying that even the way our gift system works, there is no way. I still insist that the health minister is trying to take the fall for too many people, because the health minister couldn't have spent monies without the tacit approval of the finance ministry. Where is Bank of Ghana in all of this? Because it has to be transfers. Somebody has to see.
But I need to get clarification on this. But I mean, yesterday there were some members of the committee that spoke, and they said that during their probe, they realized that the Bank of Ghana had actually sent a letter to the Ministry of Health confirming that some amounts had been paid.
Right.
Okay. And so if all this was available to the ministry,
he couldn't have said that he doesn't know that money is paid.
Unless, I mean, you knew you were going before a committee and they were probing this matter that had come up. whoever was in your circle, whoever works at the Ministry of Health, that should have also updated you. Did they give you the updates? Because again, I mean, as much as you're the minister, someone can say that it's not everything that really comes to your purview. And so there are people who have been designated to work on your behalf. Yeah. Did they update you on all that? Because you knew you were going to answer questions.
I tell you something. Beyond my not expecting anything to happen to Mr. Ajimamenu because of the examples we have seen in the past, I can also say that we have not seen candor. And I've been talking about candor in terms of how we have managed even COVID. I've not seen candor. A lot of candor has not been shown. And this is a clear example of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've hosted people here who defended and said no money had been paid. In fact, Dr. Abedi in Parliament, the chairman of the health committee in Parliament, had said that nothing has happened. We have that tape. He stood there and said nothing had happened. And he said that if anybody is ready, they should come. They'll give them letters of credit. He's not the only one. So many other government officials. Stephen Amwa was here the other time quoting the Financial Management Act, Section 18 of it, which in itself says that you must go to cabinet.
Approval.
Now, all of this is happening, and you still have people defending it. I'm saying their strength to defend is because they know the president will do nothing about it. That's why I will not invest my emotions and energy into it, because nothing will happen.
That's very disappointing.
If something happens, I will be very, very surprised, because this will not be the first. And you see, we must not create the image and the picture and the perception that the rules have been weaponized against one side of the divide. We must apply the rule evenly. That's the whole point. So for me, I mean, look at what the probe, for example, is asking for. The report says they're asking for 60 million, right? A refund of 60 million. The minister writes a letter, and the letter doesn't state the amount. The letter says you have supplied only 20,000 doses, so the remainder which you have not supplied, give us the money. There's no specificity in the letter that was written. The minister doesn't give an account number. He only says that the account through which we sent you, so that we can't even trace whether the money has dropped in the account or not. Then the sheikh writes and says that I'm ready to refund 2.470 million. Now, if you do the conversion, 2.470 is not equal to 60 million per the going rate now. It's about around 14 million, 50 million.
But is he probably paying based on the rates at the time that the payment was made?
Well, so what's interesting also is that the minister's letter to the sheikh was on the 2nd of August. The report of the committee was laid in Parliament last Friday. That's the 7th or 6th, I should say. Now we are getting a response from the sheikh dated the 5th. So before the committee laid the report, the minister had written to say, give me a refund. And the sheikh had written to say, I'm ready to give you X amount before the committee laid the report in Parliament, before Parliament itself couldn't take a decision on it and rose to say that they will come back later to come and take a decision. You see where I don't want to invest my hope. I won't invest my hope because nothing will happen. That's a country, that's the system we are running now. The system, we are breaking the system, and we are happy to be running it. And we are pretending that everything is okay. And you would see that what we are discussing now, the defense community, and not the military defense, the defense and social media laggards, they will come and attack the messengers instead of attacking the message. Because we are asking simple questions. If you have questions, if you have answers, then you provide them. If you insult people and you try to attack them, you are not showing depth and knowledge. We have asked simple questions. The committee laid a report on the 6th of August. The minister's letter, under his own hand, says the letter that he wrote for the refund was on the 2nd of August. That was before the committee laid the report. The sheikh's letter is dated the 5th of August. That was before the committee laid the report. The committee specifically asked for a refund of 60 million in excess of that. What we are getting now, and you are raising a point, for example, that is he paying by the going rate? So when was the contract arrived at? What was the exchange rate at the time? And what is the exchange rate now? Has it rapidly gone down so low? Has it gone down so low that within this short time, we are losing almost 2 million in the contract sum, or per the contract that was signed, which was not with the advice of the Attorney General? Was it the fact that some clauses were in the contract, which means that the Sheikh could do some deductions? So all of these are questions that are lingering. But if you are expecting for the minister to be sacked, forget about it.